Hello. Um, Hope you can hear me okay. I uh, I am recording myself and thinking about putting it on the internet. And I'm already thinking about masking because there's different thoughts that pop into my head. Well, I might as well just be a complete weirdo. I get advertised bras for some reason, and there's this commercial that's pretty repetitive about this woman coming on the internet to talk about her brasiers. So that that came up. So I having a quite an interesting experience. I recently have come to the realization that I'm an autist with ADHD and among a slew of other things. Um, I ended up coming to that conclusion in an investigation into my health and looking to alleviate symptoms with my shoulders. I'm hypermobile and end up learning about hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and pretty bendy. Um, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. So, but have symptoms of whatever, cranial, cervical instability, POTS, what have you. You can tell I'm not jazzed to talk about that stuff, but I'm working on it. I'm actually working on it a few different ways, and I'm about a week in, and I'm starting to notice a little bit of a difference in my taking care of stuff. I've been pretty sorry. There's a mosquito in here. Oh, sorry. Just reading a text from my wife. Yeah. So down the rabbit hole of research, being my health, my health being my special interest as of late. Um, I questioned whether or not I might be an autist a number of years ago when I was in school. I was seeing the counselor at school. I was having a number of issues. Actually, had what I thought were panic attacks. Learning was burnout, and talked to her about that because I did a little bit of research. Actually kind of like wondered, and I brought it to my counselor, therapist, school therapist, counselor, what have you, and did not believe me, and actually wanted to refer me out to a psychologist to get me on antidepressants, which I was against. So I'm quite a zebra. I don't know. I think that's the term where you're fairly unique. I'm I'm left-handed, kinda. I write with my left hand, but I do all my sports stuff mostly right-handed. So ambidextrous, as I jokingly like to say. So I got a lot of uh, loosey-goosey stuff going on in my joints and learning about odd HD, ADHD. Odd HD sounds pretty awesome. Like you're not only odd, but you're like the high definition version of odd. Um, so I've been embracing that and figuring out what this whole masking thing is and who I really am and not worrying about that and letting it go and then having it come back and so and also the whole imposter syndrome and shame is quite high. Um, not doing my absolute best right now. I've been unemployed for a number of years. I went back to school thinking that that would be the ticket, but I ended up not doing so well. Learned I was dyslexic while I was at school. Could not afford to get diagnosed, so I did not receive any accommodation. And now, in retrospect, learning about the autism makes sense. The ADHD, and I would identify from what I'm learning as I'm currently in, what would you say, autistic burnout. I do have moments where I'm able to do stuff. This is actually new. My wife is out of town right now, and I've been what do you say, nesting or just making my space the garage, but it's pretty isolating because it's there's no windows. It's warm, but there's a heater in there, so it's actually quite warm. That's why I'm wearing the t-shirt. Actually, threw these on, but I was wearing some shorts, short shorts. Not short shorts. That'd be pretty funny. Like, well, yeah, and that's the other thing too is along with the whole hypermobility and all that jazz and the autism, as I hear some people refer to it, is the other piece of unmasking. And I'm 47 years old. I been married for quite some time now. Actually, a couple. I don't know, but I've been with my wife for a couple decades. Time, not. I don't have a lot of. My memory's not so good, so I'm not that type of autist. I'm actually the kind with aphantasia. I don't have a visual memory. I think in I think in dots. I don't think in visual stuff. So when I think of a memory, like I was thinking today when I was a child, well, what brought about the memory is I was watching a video and they were playing a crazy German song in the background, and I guess it was called Barbara's Rhubarb Bar, and that just tickled my brain, and it brought up memories of doing bakery with my auntie Barb, and well, Auntie, I call her Auntie. comfortable for me. Um, but just I remember baking some stuff, but I texted my wife because I wanted to joke with her about that and talking about I don't picking rhubarb or whatever, but I don't remember making anything with rhubarb with her, and I just wanted to say Barbara's rhubarb bar. Yeah. So, but she didn't get the joke. But I also thought of another memory of she was picking lice out of my hair or looking for lice and scratching my head, and I just was like, because this is also new, realizing like I have aphantasia because I didn't realize that was a thing. I just kind of thought everyone thought this way, but I was like trying to feel what that felt like to have my aunt, put her fingers in my hair, and that's something that's really something for me. I really enjoy. So I could simulate that. I know what that feels like, but I don't know what my aunt's touch feels like, and I tried to recall her face or any kind of visual stuff, and alas, could not. Um, don't remember my wedding. I have well, I have I have a list of things that happened. You know, I remember when my daughter was born, and the doctor wasn't very nice to me and didn't let me cut the cord. But I remember the first time getting to hold my daughter, and it's so like this is like one of my most cherished memories, and it's like I don't really see her, but I know I remember looking at photos. Sorry. Remember looking at photos of her, so I can kind of see the photo, but it's kind of like coming out of nowhere, and it's really hard to describe. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's another thing I've been coming to terms with is. But the really nice thing is I'm not daydreaming about the past or the future, but I do have this crazy monologue narrator. So this is kind of what I'm saying now is I'm not sure how to describe it, but it almost seems like a replay or a summation of what I've been wanting to say. I'm hyper aware of the and the different talking things. It's quite. I would love to see. Well, I would love to be able to do jump cuts and edit and all that stuff, but I'm not going to do that. So there's just going to be a lot of rambling. But one thing I would love to be able to share with you is a video of me as a child, teenager, trying to read something. Well, I'm not going to do that now. I am totally not going to do that now because I probably could, but well, I also need reading glasses now. That's another thing. I'm getting eld. Talk about masking. I was just trying to do a little flex there a little bit, but I'm not really, whatever. What was I talking about there? Oh my God. So there's that. If I if I don't complete a thought or whatever, I can only hold so many things, and if I don't, it's just I don't know where this stuff comes from. It's just kind of like just kind of there, you know, these thoughts. I'm capturing them on video here. Part of the reason, and this is gonna run long, I mean, if you have something else to do, I completely understand. This is just me sharing my experience. The disclaimer, I guess, which, what, 15 minutes in, like, I'm not a therapist, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I'm just playing with the idea of identifying as an artist. I'm not going to get formally diagnosed. There's absolutely no benefit for me to do that. There's no treatment. Not that I want to cure, but just knowing or having this framework or seeing other people going through this stuff makes me realize I'm not alone or I'm not crazy, and that there's some accommodations that I can make for myself that would ultimately make my life easier, and maybe I can have a semblance of a life once I take better care of myself and I get out of fight or flight, which I really struggle with. The anxiety. I'm kind of jittery. Um, One of the things I guess you would label me as a highly sensitive person. So also empathic. So it's difficult for me to watch a lot of stuff, even though was able to set that up the other day. So that's what I was talking about. I moved out here into this green porch. Behind the screen are panels, which I'm gonna take down, so there's more air in here. But I'm also trying to figure out how to minimize the light because it's too bright for this, and the projector I have is pretty cheap. I'm actually mounted on what I have the phone on right now, and it's another reason why I'm filming here, because I finally set it up and dialed in the focus, and I'm gonna have to recalibrate it, but it'll be easier. That's something I do to entertain myself, I guess, sharing that. Well, one of the reasons why I'm recording this video is because I do see other people out there that I identify with, and I greatly appreciate their videos, but I do not see anyone that looks like me. What is that? What do I look like? I look like I identify as a man. It's kind of crazy to think about, like how even just seeing myself, I don't really even look in the mirror that much. It's a big deal. I brushed my hair today. I didn't braid it. That's kind of one of the things I've been doing, is trying to get into braiding my hair. It's a little bit long. I have it in a bun, but I've shaven it off multiple times. Shaved off my beard. I'll just I'll throw out an identity out the window. Move on. Try something else. I've had a mohawk. Um, yeah, I do really impulsive shit, and I actually recently thought about cutting it off and donating it. That's what I've done the past couple times, but I can't stand the growing out process, and just having that, maintaining this is enough. I just want to pull my hair back and off me. It's long, so it's more work to braid. And why am I telling you all this? I have a problem with oversharing, as you can tell. If I could edit, I knew how to edit, I would chop that out of there, I guess. Well, the reason why I'm making this is there's nobody out there like me. Another thing is I have two children, two daughters. Um, we're estranged. I do have some communication with my oldest daughter. She has grandchildren, and on occasion I get to see them. I love them. I love kids. I love being a dad. I wish I had a relationship with my youngest daughter. I haven't seen her. I don't even, I honestly, I really have a hard time with time. I don't know how long it's been. If she came in the door, I would have to introduce myself. I would probably recognize her. I imagine she looks like me. My oldest daughter looks like me. But I've struggled all my life with employment, um, being who I am. I struggled with addiction and being a good dad. So like I'm the deadbeat dad, I guess, or there's all kinds of labels you can apply to me, you know. But I just wanted to put this out here. I'm gonna do some more rambling in the future. I think that's probably enough oversharing. Just wanted to get this going because unfortunately I'm a perfectionist. This is I think I've recorded this video probably, I don't know. This is probably lucky number 7. I don't know. But I'm gonna upload this. If people are like this, are interested in this, if you have any questions, I'm gonna really try not to be a completely open book. I'm trying to figure out boundaries and all that stuff. But I would like to connect with other people, have a community. I'm not looking for advice from anyone really, but unsolicited advice. Maybe get to know somebody, but I don't really know anybody else. Pretty isolated. I don't really have any friends. I have one friend that I text like once a year or so. I just recently texted them once I, found out about the health stuff and I'm gonna be meeting with them. But I don't know why I'm sharing that. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope this could help someone somehow, or maybe even help myself. Yeah, I would like to help myself. I don't know how to ask for help. I don't know what a community is. I've never really had like a friend group. I'll connect with one or two people, but I don't know how to stay in touch. They kind of just disappear if I don't see them. But anywho, hope this resonates with someone, and let me know if you have any ideas on what I could do another video on. Or thank you. I'm an awkward robot to the phone here.